Okay, so we've mentioned glycine a couple times. We went deep into melatonin early on. Any other supplements to consider when it comes to sleep?
The rest of it, there's a lot of variation. Um, Take, for example, does the person have any mood issues? Sometimes depression, for example, and sleep disturbances, they can go hand in hand. So, do we need something to help with the mood? Something like that can increase serotonin levels at baseline, L-tryptophan. Is anxiety playing a role in this person's sleep issues? There's some natural supplements such as l-theanine that can also have some relaxing properties and promote deeper sleep as well. Is the person in fight or flight? There's other supplements that can be used under those conditions to so I'd say that in those it is some case by case variation, but glycine tends to be pretty safe for across the board.
The one I often hear is magnesium before bed. Are you a
Oh
fan of
yeah,
that?
I do like magnesium. Yeah, there's different types of magnesium, so I'm glad you brought this up because the one that helps for sleep is one called magnesium glycinate. It's basically a magnesium molecule that has glycine attached to it. Okay. So, we've been talking about glycine, but usually magnesium glycinate and how much glycine you're actually getting is not enough. So that's why we'll often supplement with a little extra glycine. But magnesium glycinate has been shown to improve sleep quality. It's also relaxing as well. It could also relax the body and promote deeper, better sleep. The ma- be careful though, because there are products out there that are listed as a magnesium-based sleep supplement, and it'll use other formulations called like magnesium citrate. Magnesium citrate is commonly used to flush out the bowels when someone's constipated. Okay. That is not the best for sleep. So magnesium glycinate is the one you want to make sure you're getting.
Any thoughts on dosage?
Minimum would be 200, but usually I will go 300, even up to 600 milligrams. And the timing is also key here. Don't make the mistake of just taking the magnesium right when you're going to bed. Because now it takes time for that magnesium to actually be absorbed and then and do it what it needs to do. And so remember, your opportunity for the good deep sleep is the first 3 hours. So you need that magnesium already well into your system at the start of that window. And so the ideally take the magnesium 1 to ideally 2 hours before bedtime, and then allow it to do its thing.
For somebody relying on medication for sleep, how does that actually impact the quality of the sleep? And then are there any challenges there?
So sleep medication, so like a prescription sleeping pill, I mean, it does put you to sleep. But the architecture of the sleep, so how much of the deep sleep is that individual getting? It does not replicate natural sleep. So not all sleep is created equal. That person may not necessarily wake up feeling refreshed in the way that good natural sleep should do. And it can also be associated with adverse side effects. Sleepwalking is a common one. Sleep driving, that's the scary one that's been reported. Sleep eating is another one. But next day grogginess tends to be a very common one across the board. And then not to mention they're habit forming. They can be very habit forming. And then now we have to deal, that's a whole nother problem that we've now introduced into the equation. So always natural sleep over sleeping pills. That's why guidelines recommend things like the CBTI, the cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, before sleeping pills, because in the long run, it's more efficacious without all the side effects and problems that it brings about.
Since you made it to the end of this clip, I know you're going to love the full episode. Click here to watch. I'll see you over there.
This is an alarming study. If you take a group of individuals and you limit them to less than 6 hours of sleep, and you were to check their